Miles the Liar Davis, Sly Spunk Monkey Sparkane, and OLM, Oh Loser, There Art Thou, June 2021.
But the Mary Schweitzer situation is often represented as she found soft tissue. And she didn't find soft tissue.
Are you high right now?
What she found was effectively fossils of soft tissue.
Oh, yeah! Are you serious? Are you serious?
Fossilized soft tissue, eh? That doesn't exist. It's a contradiction in terms. You dumbass cracker! What's Mary gonna find next? Married bachelors, achromatic rainbows, bright darkness, perhaps? How about the pinnacle of oxymorons? Ball-tard intelligence! A Nobel Prize is awaiting. Nut. Did you know that Dr. Mary Schweitzer was interviewed live in her lab on 60 Minutes in 2010 in front of tens of millions? Watching her stretch out flesh under a microscope from a 68 million-year-old T-Rex femur. Then, trumping that a few seconds later, showed soft, pliable blood vessels in an 80 million-year-old hadrosaur. I wonder what those little round red iron-containing thingies in those soft, pliable blood vessels were. A real mystery wrapped in an enigma, I bet. Let's take a listen.
What happened next happened by mistake. Mary put some fragments of the bone in acid to dissolve away the outermost layer of mineral. But the acid worked too fast, and all the mineral dissolved away. Being a fossil, there should have been nothing left.
Did you hear that, Miles the numpty muppet dipshit? Leslie Stahl has a more well-dot acumen than your dumbass. And you're a self-purported seasoned biologist?
But there was, and it was elastic.
Elastic? So according to Miles the moron here, these are elastic fossils.
Like living tissue.
This is the piece.
No. She showed us video she took under the microscope.
That's really what happened?
Yes.
That's the dinosaur bone?
Did you hear that, moron? She said dinosaur bone, not fossil. You bumbling, ball-tard bonehead.
Without mineral now. That's what was left.
It looked like the soft tissue she would have expected to find if it had been modern bone.
Uh-oh!
This was impossible. This bone was 68 million years old.
So you see this, and you think, what?
Shitstorm. Because the Evotard's dumbasses are in a sling. As if they weren't already. By one of their own high priestesses.
You
I didn't want to tell anybody.
You'd be ridiculed,
yes.
right?
And so I said to my technician, okay, do it again. I don't believe it.
And yet, in sample after sample, they were there. Things that looked suspiciously like flexible, transparent blood vessels.
Say what?
She finally mustered the courage to tell Jack.
She said she dissolved the bone away.
Dissolved what away, Jack?
The bone away.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
Bone.
The bone away.
I thought you said that. Let's continue.
And there were blood vessels, and, you know, I was, like, shocked. I mean...
How could that be?
How could that be? That's right.
A real mystery wrapped in an Evotard enigma, eh? I'll take a wild, flailing shot in the dark at her. Perhaps the bones are young, and your pseudoscience fairy tale of a myth long ages just got jacked yard.
Hosmer with a drive. Cheese and crackers.
Jack? FYI, Jack is Jack Horner, paleontologist. Jack was the inspiration source for the Jurassic Park character Alan Grant. Jack served as a technical advisor for all the Jurassic Park films.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones,
Look at that.
blood vessels, and even what seemed to be intact cells, pose a radical challenge to the existing rules of science, that organic material can't possibly survive even 1,000,000 years, let alone 68 million. Mary, Jack, and their team published their B-Rex findings in a series of papers in the journal Science and were promptly attacked.
Well, yeah. Here they come to save the day. Evotards!
Critics said their samples might have been contaminated.
Hey, Leslie, how about if the critics themselves were the contaminated samples?
Or that the supposed blood vessels were actually something called biofilm, a type of slime.
Critics bio confirmed.
But as Mary showed us, she's been able to replicate her findings. These are pieces of an even older dinosaur, a well-preserved 80-million-year-old duckbill. When she dissolved it away in acid,
Let's put this under the scope here.
well, look.
Is that a blood vessel?
This is a blood vessel. You see the branches right there? And look at all of them. And it's so consistent over and over and over again. We do this bone.
Bone.
We do this bone.
Bone.
The bone away, the bone away.
Bone.
We do this bone.
Just making sure.
She doesn't claim that her fossils are young.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
They're not fossils, you mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging window licker. They're bone.
We do this bone.
Bone.
The bone away, the bone away.
This bone was 68 million years old.
Bone.
We do this bone.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones,
Look at that.
Bone.
We do this bone.
Bone.
The bone away, the bone away.
this bone was 68 million years old.
You get it, Sassenach? And we don't much care for what she claims, only what she can scientifically validate. We want to see her scientifically confirm the dating game. Should have better luck sprouting Japanese maples from her armpits.
She was questioned. She wasn't believed to begin with, so people thought she'd made an error.
Yeah, she wasn't believed by who? Evotards.
And what she'd found was a different method of fossilization.
No, she didn't. What the fuck, dude? So while Mary was analyzing soft tissue and bone, she discovered a new method of fossilization? This is akin to Louis Pasteur finding a different method of nylon production in his work with wine and milk, for fuck's sake. This clown is just making shit up on the fly, with his continued clumsy greasing of the numpty dipshit skids campaign for his fossilized soft tissue train wreck of a dumpster fire.
That wasn't what people had known about before, and allowed for the preservation of soft tissue in a fossilized form.
Folks, the only fossilized soft tissue, my word, ever discovered was in betwixt spinning space monkey ears. The technical name is silicified sphere-tard gray matter. The colloquial phrase is fossilized bald-tard brain tissue. As we all know, it's chemically inert.
The soft tissue is not preserved. It's not that there is soft tissue remaining.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Deny, deny, deny. Fanatical, blind melon chitlin religitard. Psst.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones,
Look at that.
blood vessels, and even what seemed to be intact cells, flexible, transparent blood vessels.
And there were blood vessels, and, I was like shocked.
Son of a... That's going to leave a mark.
I've not heard a satisfactory explanation of how soft tissue was preserved for 6.5 million years. Can you give me...
Can you prove that it was?
Now Sly the Spunk Monkey Sparkane wants to add his 2 cents and challenge the discovery of soft tissue in dinos. It wasn't a mere 6.5 million years either. It was 68 and 80 million years respectively with Mary Schweitzer's discoveries. But that's mere child's play. Hold on to your fossilized brain tissue, baltards. The world record holder for allegedly antiquated, anachronistic soft tissue. 550-million-year-old Russian beard worm. From Mcdulsky, Westall, Foucher. Microstructure and biogeochemistry of the organically preserved Ediacaran Metazoan Sabalidites. Journal of Paleontology, 2014. The Sabalidites' organic body is preserved without permineralization. Minerals have not replicated any part of the soft tissue, and the carbonaceous material of the wall is primary, preserving the original layering of the wall, its texture, and fabrics.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over.
In January 2017, Dr. Mary Schweitzer showed up on Steve McClane of the Clan McClown's Great Debate Show, for a Q&A. I took that interview and publicly deconstructed every single claim Mary and all the brain-dead panel evotards made. That, and I don't know how you could characterize it any other way, comprehensive thrashing was sent directly to Dr. Mary Schweitzer at North Carolina State University. She didn't and has never responded, and hasn't appeared personally on YouTube since. That video is in the description box underneath this video.
Has anybody found soft tissue, okay, from dinosaur fossils? Has anybody found it? Okay, I want to hear everybody say that. Just come on. I want everybody at least give an opinion. Have they found anybody in the world, have they found soft tissue in dinosaur fossils?
Preserved soft tissue. Soft tissue that. So,
correct.
Has anybody ever found dinosaur?
Just a yes or a no. Let everybody answer real quick, Miles.
Has
Then go on.
anybody found dinosaur bones? The answer is no.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Their bone.
We do this bone.
This bone was 68 million years old.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones.
Bone.
We do this bone.
The bone away.
Bone.
We do this bone.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones.
Look at that.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
This bone was 68 million years old.
You get it, dumbass crackerneck. Moreover, from the aforementioned thrashing, Dr. Mary Schweitzer, the internal parts of the T-Rex bone look just like a modern horse. There was no extra mineralization. It looked like a horse that died about 10 years ago and sat out on the prairie. Uh-oh! Again, Mary Schweitzer, if you look at the bones of these dinosaurs under the microscope, they look just like your bone. Uh-oh! Mary Schweitzer, if I show you a two-medicine formation bone, Brachiolephosaurus, it's from a different part of Montana. You will see that bone completely secondarily mineralized. That bone represents fossilized bone. In that sense, our T-Rex was not. There was no secondary mineralization. It was lacy, light, and unaltered. I could hold a piece of it in my hand, put it against a bone from a horse, and you couldn't tell the difference. It was weird.
Fatality.
Furthermore, I have 30 references beginning in 1993 to the present, sitting in front of me from the most prestigious peer-reviewed journals in the world. Journal of Paleontology, Nature, Science, Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, PLOS One, Proceedings of the Royal Society, Bone, Acta Histochemica, Nature Communications, the Journal of Vertebrate Paleontology, and Proteome Research, all directly confirming dino soft tissue. You blind, melon chitlin, unread, willfully ignorant, numpty dipshit. Now the ball-tard schmuck biologist is going to shift focus to Mark Armitage. Mark, a microscopist, published his work in 2013 on soft tissue he found in a Triceratops horn that he dug up, and was richly rewarded for his efforts and dedication with a pink slip by his employer, California State University Northridge. Gotta love it.
University employee, and you are, and it sounds like he was a lab manager, so not a particularly highly positioned university employee, but if you are using your position to promote something which the university disagrees with and disapproves of, what he should have been doing is presenting his work to the scientific community for criticism and for questioning and for repetition and analysis and so on.
Monkey boy. That's exactly what Mark did. From Mark Armitage and Kevin Anderson, soft sheets of fibular bone from a fossil of the supraorbital horn of the dinosaur Triceratops horridus. Acta Histochemica, Volume 115, Issue 6, July 2013, pages 603 to 608. And by the way, that's a peer-reviewed journal. You know something, Window Licker? Allow me to give you a news flash. A Be Kind to Dumb Animal Week helpful tip. It's well past painfully obvious to anyone that can fog a mirror that you're absolutely clueless about whatever you speak of, no matter the topic. You don't even have a Formica deep surface understanding of the topics that we've listened to you spew out from that incoherent, unread, ball-tard blowhole of yours today. It's friggin' embarrassing. Isn't it time to get back to your true vocation? Picking up cans along the side of the road. Supervised. Now we have Mr. Rotating Engines. Oh, Alem. Oh, loser, there art thou. See previous numpty clip. Opening up his incoherent ball-tard blowhole and bashing himself in the face with a spade shovel. Again.
Oh, yeah, more information about Mark Armitage. He did not find a Triceratops horn. He found a bison horn.
The only in-print suggestion of a bison horn associated with Mark Armitage comes from a commenter named Deadlead1001, your sub-average bonehead on a debate evolution thread from Reddit. You would think, and I'm just spitballing here, that the referees and or editor from Acta Histochemica might have done their due diligence and made sure where the soft tissue was coming from, so as to not allow the journal to become a laughingstock and implode. You think? You dizzy doofus clown fuck of a moron?
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
Yeah, I think the word soft is confusing you. It's soft tissue that has fossilized, so it's not soft anymore.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
They're not fossils, you mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging window licker. They're bone.
This bone was 68 million years old.
We do this bone.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
Bone.
We do this bone.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones.
You're busted.
One from literally many hundreds, and we'll keep it in the family here. From Mary Schweitzer, Whitmire, Horner, and Toporski. Soft tissue vessels and cellular preservation in Tyrannosaurus rex. Science, 25 March 2005, pages 1952 through 55. Soft tissues are preserved within hind limb elements of Tyrannosaurus rex. Museum of the Rockies, specimen 1125. Removal of the mineral phase. Bone reveals transparent, flexible, hollow blood vessels containing small, round microstructures that can be expressed from the vessels into solution.
Oh, son of a... That's gonna leave a mark.
He refuses to publish his
horn.
work in any paleontology journal. He only posts it in creationist literature.
What the f***, man? You're either a stone-cold liar or a moron. Again, from Mark Armitage, Kevin Anderson. Soft sheets of fibular bone from a fossil of the supraorbital horn of the dinosaur Triceratops horridus. Acta Histochemica, Volume 115, Issue 6, July 2013, pages 603 to 608. Are you saying Acta Histochemica is a creationist journal? Moreover, you're not a creationist?
Say it ain't so.
If not, can you please regale us with your scintillating scientific explanation on how you can stand in direct contradiction with the laws of thermodynamics and quantum mechanics? Por favor.
You dumbass.
That is a poor source at best.
So let me get this straight. Mark Armitage, a published professional, is a poor source, but your bumbling bison bone spinning space monkey Reddit retard Deadlead 1001 is good to go. Is that what you're selling? Oh, loser.
And I'm not going to say what I really think about him.
I'm going to say what I know with absolute certainty about you. Demonstrated over and over again via your incoherent ball-tarred blowhole. You're a classic clinical level Dunning-Kruger fossilized ball-tarred brain-tissued pretender clown numpty dipshit of megalithic proportions that wouldn't know the difference between his ass and a 30-pound torque wrench.
Yeah, dinosaurs, were died.
What the hell did you just say?
Yeah, dinosaurs, were died.
Do you speak any English?
Now I'm going to make this because I'll give him that he's a biologist and all this. Okay, and I can tell he's mainstream because he's skirting around it. But what they found was not fossilized. You said 10 times fossils. Okay, this shit was soft tissue. It was not fossilized, bro. So I know you got education and experience. Now apply some common sense and quit calling soft tissue a fossil.
About damn time.
Where was the soft tissue found?
Bone.
We do this bone.
This bone was 68 million years old.
Bone.
The bone away. The bone away.
Bone.
We do this bone.
The things Mary was finding inside dinosaur bones.
Look at that.
It was found in a fossil.
Miles Davis.
Sorry. Yeah. My final thought is that I really wonder whether people like Chris and Brian are genuine, or whether they're just here to poke and provoke. Why do I get wound up by that? I get wound up by that because they're provoking and poking is basically saying that my whole life, my whole career was a lie and that I'm a fraud.
Correct.
And I would, I'd be surprised if anybody was not provoked by that sort of comment.
Say hello to my little friend!
Before you make the point, Miles Davis, the Dunning-Kruger in you, Brian, is coming out hot because you're telling Miles Davis that he doesn't know what he's talking about when he have been a biologist for many years since before you were born.
Hey!
Hello. It's for you.
Yeah.
You've just been erased.